Hello, our beloved audience, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the virtual opening ceremony of the IEEE Global Conference on Artificial Intelligence and Internet of Things, GCAIoT. My name is Abdurrahman Mukhlis, and I'll be your host for tonight. It's such a pleasure and honor to have such inspiring figures in this technical celebration. Please welcome with me the conference chair, Dr. Isa Bastaki, President of Dubai University, Dr. Fatma Tahir, the IEEE United Arab Emirates Section Chair, Assistant Dean, College of Technological Innovation, Zayed University, United Arab Emirates, and Engineer Andy Chen, the IEEE Thames President. We wish you fruitful discussions. And now, please let me leave the floor for Dr. Isa Bastaki to deliver the opening ceremony speech.
Thank you, Mr.
You have the mic, Dr. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Abdurrahman, and thank you all, Mr. Andy, Dr. Fatma, Mr. Muhammad Aboud, all of you who have worked hard to make this happen. So I'll start now. Your Excellencies, IEEE members, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, actually, if you look at the world now in COVID-19, so the world went through very difficult times in the era of coronavirus, COVID-19. However, through the leadership, awareness campaigns, frontliners, people's determination to protect the nation, advanced ICT infrastructure readiness, policies in place, and adherence to the preventive instructions by the government, UAE was prepared and ready to confront the corona and ensure the continuity of businesses and services smoothly without any hiccups or obstacles. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Hafidhullah, UAE Vice President and Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, said at the time when Corona started, schools have stopped and universities have closed, but education will not stop. Education as health will not stop in all circumstances. His Highness also said, for the last 10 years, and this is the preparation until now what we have reached today. For the last 10 years, we've been investing in intelligent learning, electronic and smart services, and in emergency and disaster preparedness. Today, we'll reap the fruit through the continuity of our education process and our basic proactive government services in dealing with global health conditions. His Highness also Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Hafidhullah, Abu Dhabi Crown Prince and UAE Deputy Supreme Commander, said, medicine and food are a red line. So whatever happens, this will always be provided to the people in the country. His Highness also said, the whole world is going through difficult circumstances. The UAE is fortunate. Our circumstances are even easier because of several key factors. The first of which is the concern of the cadres who have taken responsibility for confronting the emerging coronavirus in the front lines from the beginning. So now we can see maturity and advancement in technology services and infrastructure has led UAE to overcome disruptive crises and be prepared for any future economic crisis and pandemics. And we are proud to have this kind of leadership, plus this kind of people who are working hard to make this happen. Ladies and gentlemen, as the 20th century ended, the communications and technology revolution disrupted, sending its signals to every home, even to everyone around the tiny globe within this vast universe. Due to the huge leaps in communication and information technology, and to move forward with information developments, the UAE has taken responsibility for transferring the technology industry to the UAE community and providing information services to all those who inhabit this good land. The UAE was therefore becoming a leading Arab country in adopting and manufacturing technology and providing advanced communications and online services as efficiently as the developed countries in this field. When the 21st century or the third millennium opened its doors, the world emerged from the information age to enter the age of intelligent digital knowledge. This is an era that has generated a knowledge economy built on a knowledge society to keep up with the intelligent scientific knowledge age and build a knowledge economy based on technology. The answer lies in building the scientific knowledge-based foundation and preparing the knowledge-based human capital who are armed with applied sciences. From this point of view, the UAE has drawn up a balanced strategic plan to build a scientific knowledge base and a long-term plan to achieve part of the vision that leaders of the UAE have envisioned and set. So you can see the vision is very long. We have vision of 2030, vision of 2071, and vision of 2117. That's only a part of the vision we have. So the story started from the inception of UAE on the 2nd of December 1971, and it is still going on. The challenge to keep up with the times make competition at its height. The UAE is aware of this competition and challenge and is ready to fight the battle of technology and technology only, with a shield of technical progress, clear outlook, and the steps to be implemented under the wise governance and social caring of its leaders. You have to always combine between the governance and the caring of the people. The rational leadership of the UAE has focused all its efforts on caring for the human element, above all to build a happy and productive homeland, because people are the real wealth of building factories and civilizations. And here comes the role of leaders in the UAE by activating their words to accomplish achievements, as said by the following UAE leaders. Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, may Allah reward him his paradise. He said, building man is the next phase in the next phase is a national interest and national necessity that precedes the construction of factories and enterprises, because without a good human, prosperity and good for this people cannot be achieved. Sheikh Muhammad Rashid Al Maktoum also said, there is no substitute for first place. He wants to see UAE number one in the near future actually. He also said, impossible is not in our dictionary in the country. So we don't believe in the possibility. We just need to make sure that these challenges are opportunities. Also, Sheikh Muhammad bin Zayed Al Nahyan said, if we invest in education now, then after 50 years, we will be celebrating when we export the last barrel of oil. So he's looking at a vision that is sustainable in economy without depending on oil, but in other resources. The economic ecosystem requires many players to participate in the advancement of global cities and countries. The main variables of the equation of the advancement are related to business processes, business laws, management practices, innovation, big data, analytics, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, 5G communication, IP version 6, and I know Dr. Latif will be happy to hear that, Internet of Things, virtual reality, augmented reality, 3D printing, blockchain, and cryptocurrencies, which serve the fourth industrial revolution era. However, even though the economic drivers depend on natural resources, human resources, and technology, the main driver is technology and technology only. I'm talking about the new technologies now. We don't know in 50 years what new things will come. Thus, entering the information and communication technology development field is a bright future to most of the economies of the world. This trend has been going for a while. However, from the beginning of the 21st century, this trend in ICT field has been moving so dramatically, it has become exponential, that those who cannot catch up with this rapid pace will be left behind. And we want to make sure that UAE will not be left behind only, but will lead. They will be facing a challenge of implementing very fragile economies depending on delicate economic foundations. The economic driving forces depend highly on technology and specifically ICT. IEEE UAE section has played a very crucial role in technology and knowledge transfer to help lead UAE in the global technology competition. The ICT trends are so agile that it is very difficult to keep pace with these vast changes unless there are serious strategic plans and initiatives to implement the elements of ICT value chain in order to create a knowledge-based ecosystem. This value chain has three main elements that will build the foundations of a knowledge-based society, starting from creating the skillful workforce through educational activities. So education, number one. Two, moving towards the intermediate stage of creating patents and intellectual properties by encouraging R&D activities. So research and development, the second. And three, ending with knowledge creation to incubators and startups. If you look at statistics of the present and the future ICT sector, we can realize that this sector is and will be the main driving force towards economic development, which will be the basis of establishing a smart and knowledge-based economy. In terms of digitization of a nation, UAE is pioneering the drive in the region and the world. ICT drive towards sustainable smart cities has been the main strategic agenda of UAE to lead the world. And as you all know, the plan, the vision of 2071 is to make UAE #1 in many indices of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, advanced technologies are playing a major role in capitalizing on artificial intelligence and Internet of Things. Of course, the technology of all technology, which is known as 5G communication with the help of IP version 6, will have an important role in utilizing AI IoT as maximum as possible. AI IoT will be the future in all aspects of life. AI IoT will serve the sectors such as health, education, business, law, sports, entertainment, culture, literature, roads, transportation, clean energy generation, green economy, homes, tourism, social media, religion, and the list goes on. Finally, I would like to thank the organizers, the working teams, and the sponsors for making this conference to come into being. Please enjoy the 4th IEEE TEMS GCAIoT 2020 through the topics in the areas of AIoT, connectivity and security of IoT with 5G and beyond, IoT electronics and signal processing, IoT application and services. So please stay safe. Thank you all for listening and have a nice day in this virtual world. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Isa. I believe this has been a very optimistic opening for our conference. I'm very eager myself to know more about the vision of the United Arab Emirates of 2071 or any other vision. And I believe by people like you making strategies to emphasize our change, I believe this will be very inspiring for every other countries in the Arab world. Thank you so much again, and please let me welcome Dr. Fatma Tahir to start her speech. Dr. Fatma, you have the mic.
I was talking and it was mute. Can you hear my sound, my voice, please? Yes, yes. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Dr. Fatma Tahir, IEEE UAE Section Chair, and I'm the Associate Professor and Assistant Dean for Research and Outreach in the College of Technological Innovation, Zayed University. I am also the CEO for Happiness and Wellbeing at Zayed University. First of all, I would like to thank the General Chair, Dr. Isa Bastaki, and the organizing committee members for the IEEE Global Conference on Artificial Intelligence and Internet of Things. I know they did a great effort to turn to the virtual platform with all the challenges that 2020 has brought. I am so grateful for the timeless effort of the organizing committee. As a chair of IEEE UAE section, I take great pride in welcoming keynote speakers, researchers, practitioners, and stakeholders from academia, industry, and government to share their latest research contribution in 2020 IEEE Global Conference on Artificial Intelligence and Internet of Things. The IEEE UAE section was established in 1987. IEEE UAE section is an organization composed of engineers, scientists, and students. IEEE is the world's largest technical professional organization dedicated to advancing technology for the benefit of humanity. IEEE UAE section is part of Region 8, the mother organization, and our vision is to advance technological innovation and excellence for the benefit of humanity. The mission of the section is to reach this vision by promoting the engineering process of creating, developing, integrating, sharing, and applying knowledge about electrotechnology and science. The engineering process promotion is achieving through publishing periodicals, books, standards, conference proceeding, electronics products, and mixed media. Since its establishment, the section has played an essential role in widening the scope of techno, electrical, and computing awareness in the society. IEEE UAE section will continue to build the technological infrastructure to develop techno-electrical industry and to improve lifestyle of individual. IEEE UAE section has around 1,400 members distributed among 8 societies. We are happy to announce that IEEE has sponsored technically a lot of high-rank international conferences. We have many, this conference, of course, one of them, and we have many initiatives with the industrial government. We sign a lot of MOUs with them and with most universities in UAE. So during COVID-19, we are very active and we established the position of chair for innovation and research at IEEE UAE section, and this helped us to conduct online distinguished seminar series by inviting IEEE distinguished speakers. It's our great pleasure to be one of the technical sponsors of IEEE Global Conference on Artificial Intelligence and Internet of Things 2020. This conference shares an insight into the recent research on artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, and 5G to foster digital transformation and for developing sustainable smart cities. It's helped to meet some of the most advanced IoT companies in the MENA region, provide a great opportunity to hear the success stories of companies developing AI and IoT solutions, help establish connection with the tech professional, startup, company executives, and anyone interested and passionate about new technologies, and explain the importance of AI and IoT in our lives from healthcare, wellness to home improvement. I wish the conference a great success, and I would like to welcome you all to Dubai virtually. We hope to meet you next year physically, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fatma. I think you people working in the educational systems challenge, but I think you also have some great opportunities, especially with our new technologies that we will know some of them with Dr. Stephen in our next session. But now we have came to the last talk, our keynote speaker, Mr. Andy, you have the mic.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the Institute. Welcome to Electrical and Electronic Engineers Global Conference on Artificial Intelligence, Internet of Things, 2020 IEEE GCAIoT. I would like to start by thanking the amazing lineup of keynote speakers and expert panelists for taking their time to share their invaluable thoughts and insights. I would also like to acknowledge the exceptional work of our conference team. Dr. Isa Bastaki, Conference Chair. Mustafa Naineh, Program Chair. Mohammad Aboud, Treasurer. Mohammad Abu El Enin, Operational Chair. Sami El Tawab, Publication Chair. Mohammed Baidas, Dr. Mohammed Atbel Hafez, Dr. Mustafa Naineh, and Sami El Tawab, the technical program committees. Another big thanks goes to Ahmed Mazloum, who leads a team of volunteers to provide technical support around the clock. Special thanks goes to Sudhindra Kosek, VP of Conferences, and Robert Beerwolf, the past DPO conferences, for their leadership. We truly appreciate the collaboration with IEEE UAE sections, along with our strategic partners. Finally, I'd like to acknowledge the support and generosity of our partner, the Dubai University. The fourth industrial revolution for IR, or Industry 4.0, represents a period of industrial value claim in terms of smart organization, control, inspections. Industry 4.0 leverages real-time data, machine learning, fifth generation mobile communication, 5G, and Internet of Things, IoT. The new capability of the fourth industrial revolution lead to a smart everything phenomenal, spanning from smart grid, smart energy, to smart facility, including building, factories, and plants, smart services, and of course, smart cities, covering smart mobility, smart health, smart policing, and smart government. At the moment, doctors, scientists, and engineers, healthcare workers, and many other professionals are putting their hearts and souls into finding a scientific and data-driven solution to these coronavirus pandemic. COVID-19 offers proof of benefit of smart cities because digitally enabled cities can better collect and analyze data and rapidly adjust, react to dynamic circumstances. Artificial intelligence, AI, is used to analyze medical data, prepare a treatment plan, trace and detect contact, analyze hotspot and transmission rates, and develop drugs and vaccines. AI's impact has been significant in the technology landscape of smart city during the pandemic outbreak. The world post-COVID-19 may be even more AI-driven, which will require fifth-generation mobile communications to process and manage big data analysis, disease detections, and medical treatment. The acceptance and presented paper were published in this conference proceeding and submitted for inclusion in IEEE Explore digital libraries. IEEE and its members inspire a global community to innovate for a better tomorrow. It has over 423,000 members in over 160 countries, which highly cited publications, conferences, and professional education activities. IEEE is trusted voice for engineer, computing, and technology information around the globe. The 2020 IEEE GCAIoT is leading the forum for researchers, practitioners, and stakeholders from academia, industry, and government to share the latest research and contributions and exchange knowledge. We gather together to shape the future with regard to interaction amongst AI, ML, IoT, 5G, and related technologies. Our effort aims to foster digital transformation and develop sustainable smart cities. Our goal is to help advance the state of practice related to successes of industry, artificial intelligence, and Internet of Things. I sincerely hope you will enjoy today and the following 4 days of participating in this discussion, learning, and networking. I would like to spend a couple of minutes more to talk about IEEE TEMS and a little bit about myself. I'm going to share a slide. Let me know if it's... I assume this is visible. My name is Andy Chen. I'm the president of IEEE TEMS and member of Board of Governors for IEEE Computer Societies. I also got elected to VP conferences for IEEE System Councils. I'm a venture capitalist. We and my partners invest on disruptive technologies. I was a senior technology executive of one of the largest utility corporations in Canada. I'm the president and CEO of a technology consulting firm globally. And I also advise on the board of advisory board member for several UN agencies. IEEE Thames. IEEE Thames is known for its engineering technology management. Moreover, we've been focused a lot more in innovations. Many of our researchers are focused on innovations for small, medium, and large enterprises. We also expand on the entrepreneurships, encouraging startup. And of course, we help develop engineers to leaders. A little history about IEEE Thames. We've been around since 1951 in different forms. Next year, it will be our 70th anniversaries. We, at one point, exceeded 9,000 members globally. In 2007, we transformed into a management council, which served all the societies. In 2015, we transitioned back to a society served member directly. Our EMS publication is one of the oldest industry practitioner in the field of management. As mentioned, IEEE has 423,000 at give and take across the globe. Largest being in North America, Region 10, Region 8, and Region 9. This is our membership distributions. Thames, we have 61 chapters. We have 15 joint chapters around the globe and 20 student branch. We're over 3,000 people, members. Our value is to enhance, advance, and improve essential management and leadership knowledge and the skill of IEEE members. We help IEEE members maintain essential engineering management skills. We support leaders' career path for our IEEE members. More importantly, if we foster active knowledge transfer between academics and practitioner communities. Our field of interest is many. Project management, program management is one of our true and defined field of interest. We been focused a lot on innovation and entrepreneurship, education and training, socioeconomic impact of engineering technology management. Our tagline is leaders enabling product and services for good. We have 5 focus areas. Number 1, we move product from ideas to market. We help identify and implementing successful projects and systems. We also help integrating technologies for capability and productivity, developing engineers to leaders. More importantly, we're balancing the form of society, government, and regulators. We offer conferences. We offer around the globe. I will give a couple examples. Our conferences has a global summit, as well as research partners and industry partners. Our technical activities is many as well, and it's constantly growing. This week, yesterday, we concluded an IEEE ITU Kaleidoscope 2020. This is I think it's more than 10 years conference collaboration between IEEE and ITU. I lead the steering committees. We had the chance of promoting IEEE and IEEE Thames throughout the conference. We also partnered with ITU on AI for Good Summit this year in September. AI for Good Summit is one of the unique AI summits around the globe. It started in 2016 inaugural. I think it was about 5,000 attendees. The next year it grew to close to 1,000, and then it goes to 2,000. And 2020, it won in virtuals, and it has over 50,000 participants throughout the year. Always on, always here. Our publication, as I said, we have 3. One more for academia, transactional engineering management. the other one, engineering management review for practitioners, with smaller articles, shorter articles, with more applied aspect of use cases. We have newsletters called Leaders that we distribute among our members. Our publications TEMS, the Technology Engineering Management. It's one of the world-leading magazine transactions. This year's Australia Business Dean Council voted that our transaction ranked A in the Q1. And this is one dedicated to peer review, original contributors, and research and practitioners. We have many virtual events. We have weekly webinars. We have local industry forum event. We also have a special event hosted by the regions. One of the things that we feature on is our keynote speaker, Stephen Ebragi. He has do many interviews regarding the transformer leadership and innovation from engaging dialogue. His series are posted, interview series are posted on our website. I encourage all you to take a look after you listen to his speech coming up. You can get us on your cell phone with Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And our social media is very active. So that is end of my speech, or welcome speech. And I hope to see you all next year in person in Dubai. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. I'm sure that IEEE teams, they have so many hands in the technology and in the international Internet of Things and artificial intelligence. I would like to thank you again. I'm sure you have all enjoyed these inspirational speeches.